Hello NetJets team, this is Matt Bergen. This is the third video in the set of onboarding videos. This is just the onboarding administrator, what they see, how they manage and access the system. I'm logged in as Tessa Walker. One of the great things about our onboarding solution is the onboarding solution also supports onboarding, it supports offboarding, and it also supports crossboarding. And when we say crossboarding, what we're talking about is the ability for employees to move, for example, between roles. If someone is promoted to a manager and there's additional documentation or information that we need to complete from them, maybe additional forms they need to fill out, that crossboarding going from an employee to manager can be supported with the onboarding application. So what you're seeing now is this is the onboarding view for the system administrator. From here, I can see everybody in the application and I can see where they're at in the process. So Cassidy Summers, for example, is the new hire employee we're looking at. I can see that she's currently in the new employee step. Directly from here is the admin. I can restart. So if there's some issue or problem, I can restart this from the beginning. I can actually cancel this and end the process for her completely. I also have the ability to take this activity on. So if I'm the admin and I say the employee needs help and I just want to take it over and kind of walk through the process, have them sitting at my desk, I can take this on and I can complete the work that she was doing. If you remember when we left off with Cassidy, we're at the I-9 process, and that's exactly where it takes us back to the I-9 process. This is the screen we're on. We never got it finished, so it takes us right back to there. Jump back into the onboarding admin functionality and what other tools we have available. You'll notice as we look through the onboarding process flow, there's a variety of steps. These steps are configurable by you, so we go through post-hire verification. That's when they first go from the recruiting system to onboarding. We verify, that the information that came through is correct. Things like pay, personal information, name. The new employee step is where the new employee completes all the paperwork. And then it goes through orientation and signature step. The signatures within onboarding can be managed directly through DocuSign, so all the signature processes are verified, certified. And then this is the steps through the I-9 business process. So as somebody completes their I-9 certification, they can go through, it goes through the 3-day process. If we need to, it can go back through re-verification. Now, as I mentioned, there's actually nobody in these steps. Well, because it's a demo system, we're not actually going to send demo characters to the E-Verify system. We'd probably get some upset government employees if we were doing that. As I mentioned, though, this also supports offboarding. So if I wanted to look at offboarding, these are all my candidates that have been terminated. And once they're terminated, it automatically triggers the offboarding process. And the offboarding process can be a variety of things. In fact, we'll take over one of these and I'll just step in as, again, I'm going to take this work on as Tessa Walker, although it's Olivia. I'm going to jump in and show you kind of what this experience would look like for the candidate. So much like we saw when they completed the initial paperwork, the offboarding paperwork looks very similar. It's just different information. So what's the termination reason, termination date, comments? Now these could be entered in as an employee. This could also be done, of course, as the manager. What division, department, and location are they coming from? Any employee information? The equipment return process, this is a big challenge for a lot of organizations is, these employees terminate, do they still have equipment? What do they have? Is it being managed? Did they return it to us? And that's really what we're wanting to know is, if they've got these things, if they've got a cell phone, pager, credit card, have they been returned and what that item was? Again, adding additional comments. We can also establish the exit interview, kind of like we established some of the initial meetings for the new hire. We can set up an exit interview if they're having an exit interview with the with HR department or a manager or somebody else in the process. Now, another step we can kind of take in here, if you'd like to, is we can build a form that does a high-level survey. Why are you leaving? Is it competitive reasons? Did you find another job? And the employee or the manager can add additional comments to that step in the process. If you want a more rich survey, we have additional tools both through our SAP Cloud Platform and through our learning application that let you do much more robust, much more full surveys. So when somebody terminates, it can actually trigger a survey that occurs in learning and sends it to them and says, please complete the survey as part of the application. Or you can have a survey that's delivered from our HANA Cloud Platform. But for an employee or a manager or administrator, that's kind of what the offboarding experience can look like, but obviously you can configure this to meet whatever your needs and goals and objectives are. Now, a few last things just as an administrator, just so you're aware. We do have some key tools here. So I can look at tasks that are directly assigned to me, things that are overdue or complete, and can sort the list of actions throughout this entire thing assigned to me. I can also filter and adjust this list as I need to. I can add new tasks into here that are directly related to onboarding and kick off new processes from here. Through here, I can also see things like my standard reports. I also have the ability to access the documentation for all the new hires directly from here within the reports. So as employees complete their I-9 or the W-4 processes and I want to view that documentation, I can see it all from here. So that's a very high-level overview of the administrator view of onboarding. Again, we'd be happy to come and show you more and dive deeper into this to make sure you have all your questions answered, but I at least wanted to introduce you to it and let you know kind of how the process is managed and run through the application. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.